Alright guys, how's everybody doing? We got Pernis on Isis versus Donnie Ray's Thanatos here for the grand finals matchup here. This is a best of 3. Last week we weren't able to do a best of 3, unfortunately, because I was like on my way out the door. This kind of a matchup is very interesting. It's a lot like the Aphrodite one, except for she has more actual straight up burst against the Thanatos, so it's going to be interesting to see. And she has a little bit more escape potential, given that she can interrupt him, silence him, slow him, and stun him, so quite a little bit of utility on Isis's side, despite not having a solid escape option like a jump or a dash. She's also got the ult, which could help a shit ton as Thanatos engages on her. Yeah, that's a super awesome giveaway item, dude. I'm fucking pumped. They were originally going to send me the Blue Yeti, the Blackout microphone. And I think because I said I was going to do for a giveaway instead, oh, look at Donnie with the aggressive play, but the ultimate from Pernis is not going to keep him up. Wow, not going to keep him up in time. That's rough. Damn. Not going to keep him up in time. What? It's not going to heal him up in time. And no, amount of natural healing or pots was able to bring him up above that threshold. So Donnie able to take that first kill. And he didn't go boots. Did he just go a million pots? This is he did. He just won a million pots straight up. No boots won. Daring today, aren't we? Wow. All right. Yo, what's up, Wi-Fi nerd? So yeah, for those of you watching from YouTube right now, we have a blue microphone giveaway that we're going to be doing. It's actually for blue headphones, though. The Lola. It's going to be at 480 subs. We're at 473 right now, so we're actually super close. So by the time you see this video, it might already be given away. Gonna have to see. But it's going to be given away amongst all of the subs and not just the people in chat at the time, which is really cool. I really like being able to do that for these larger giveaway items. And shout outs to Blue again for hooking us up with this giveaway. Really, really nice of them. But yeah, I think because it was supposed to go to me already, and I already had the blue microphone, they decided to give me something that was more applicable to all the viewers, the headphones instead, because that obviously is something that you guys would be able to use more. Because if I were to give you a high quality studio microphone, like not everyone is a broadcaster, and they're not all going to be able to use that. So I think that's why they gave me that. It's pretty sick. Okay, so Donnie picking up the Jotun straight off the bat here. Very different from Diesel's playstyle with Thanatos, which is to immediately rush that defensive option. Though he was rushing for the anti-heal, still very aggressive option from Donnie here, and he's valuing the cooldown, which I really like. Yo, Mahoney, thank you so much for $3.
My God, your place looks frickin' sick.
Thank you, man.
Happy for you, man. Shadow House.
Thanks so much.
You XOXO.
Thank you, man. I miss you too, and I love you. It's not a house, but I know what you mean. Thank you, man. Thanks so much. And Necro, thank you for the 100 bits. You had 100 bits left over. Thanks so much. I really do appreciate it. All right, so Warlock's picked up by Pernis here. In the last matchup, we saw him not go into any sort of health item early on because, like we said, Thanatos does do quite a bit against healthy targets. His 1 and his ultimate both factoring in really greatly there. But Pernis this time around, figuring that he wants that extra tankiness as Isis here, really, I guess, to be able to keep himself back, or to be able to keep himself alive for long enough to keep landing his crucial spells and get enough return damage onto Thanatos here. Yeah, new apartment, Grim. I was living on my own, or not on my own. I'm sorry. I was living with my mom after I came back from college. And, you know, I was finally able to make enough now with all the stream grinding I've been putting in, with all the support you guys have been giving me, finally able to make enough to move into my own place. So it's been the dream, man. I just need to keep it up and keep prospering and keep growing on my stream. Wow, Pernus actually pulling the trigger on that ultimate way too late there. Really, really surprising. And gonna find the kill again as the 19-month comes through from Grim. Thank you so much, dude. Damn, you missed the 18th. You're on vacation. I hope it was a great vacation, man. Thank you so much. So Donnie looking really comfy right now. Up a solid 1,000 gold. Nearly 2 levels right now. Yeah, just about. Really interesting to see Shell opted into. Because you don't really expect Shell against Isis. You usually think, you know, beads are high priority, or Sunder or Hog to really get that early game going as Thanatos. But all around, Thanatos is such a strong god right now in Duel that he doesn't really even need to rush that early game and just, you know, beat you within the first like 5 minutes. Now he can just, you know, straight up beat you as the game goes on as well. He's got a lot of options to him. So Donnie figures, you know, this Shell is going to help him in these lengthy engagements, and whenever she piles in her burst with her ultimate and everything, you know, he can pop that and be safe. Yeah, college I actually had to come back to, or had to come back from because of my anxiety. I was never able to finish. So I originally went to New Paltz, which is in New York, and then I went to the College of Staten Island. And I should be going back to the College of Staten Island in the fall, though. I'm sorry, in the spring. So yeah, as spring rolls around, I'm going to have to see, you know. It's going to be tough to be able to manage stream and the... because it's full-time stream and the, you know, full-time school. Because I need to go full-time or else I won't be able to get the financial aid. So it's kind of rough. We'll have to see how it goes. Obviously, I'm going to prioritize the stream as much as possible, though, because that's my, you know, that's my job. I can't afford to not, obviously, and I don't want to either. So we'll have to see how it goes, but I'm sure I'm going to be able to do it. You know, it just might be a little hard on me, but who cares about me, right? So Pernus doing a lot to try to, you know, stand up to Donnie here. He's really not. Oh man, that silence is so strong here, and really a big deterrent for Pernus in general, both in trying to return damage as he runs away from Donnie, and just while he tries to engage on him at all. So fantastic. I used to think about Apollo versus her and how hard it is for her to get in on him because of his mesmerize. But his mesmerize, oh, that's actually really rough. That missed spirit ball again with that silence from Donnie. Pernus is taking a beating here. He's gonna go down. No way he's surviving this. Yeah, but Apollo's mesmerize is only the length of his body, and you know, a little bit larger than that. And you know, this giant AOE cone that Donnie has at his disposal right now is so much easier to land and so much more powerful in this matchup. Its ease of access makes this such a potent spell for Thanatos and stops a major part of her damage. Going straight into Pestilence here, actually. It's so weird. We've seen a lot of Pestilence in parts where we wouldn't, or in matchups where you wouldn't think you would, because, you know, just that that ultimate of hers usually isn't the biggest thing you need to itemize around. But he's doing it. Figures, you know, if he full commits to her, she can't heal up enough. He's going straight into the Fatalis as well. Same sort of strategy that Diesel had. Just with the Jotuns instead. And I do like that Jotuns a lot. Like I was saying, I think the cooldown is very necessary. Really nice Death Sight. Ooh, brilliant shell. And as you can see, the Pestilence definitely did... he misses the Death Sight on the creep, but he's going to be fine. The Pestilence did prove to stop a major part of that healing from Isis, allowed him to continue that onslaught under the tower, and that's a big reason why he must have picked it up, right? But for that aggressive option, stop her from healing enough that he could just continue pressuring him. And he's dead. Donnie, please. That's actually one of the first times I've ever seen Donnie make a flood like that. So he goes down there. A little bit of sloppiness after a lot of mechanical prowess there. Donnie is shook. He's shook right now. Pernus got it in his head without even being alive. This man. Ridiculous. Going straight into either a Brawler's Beat Stick or a Titan's Bane here. I think a Titan's Bane, he doesn't really need more anti-heal than he already has, but he can, I mean, you know, by all means, my man is up 4-0. Let's trust him. Pernus going into the same sort of build here, minus the Doom Orb, as he did against Thanatos with Afro. As weird as his builds seem to be, you'll start to see a lot of similarities throughout these mage builds from him. It's not really like set in which god he's playing. He just does it like all around. He'll go for auto attack no matter which god he is, and he'll always go for the defenseless option. And right now, I think Donnie's really showing that if he lands all his shit and he's super aggressive like he is now, not giving any breathing room, he's not allowing that no defense option to pay out. So he's just stopping any sort of progression in build from Pernus, and any sort of you know, experience gains that he needs right now. So this is extremely rough. Extremely rough territory for Pernus to be in, and I'm not sure how he's going to be able to make this back, especially if Donnie is successful in taking this here. The death size should be enough to keep him healed up. Really good presence of mind of Donnie to recognize that that's available to him there. He's going to ult out, but he might not make it in time. Yeah, he's good. Pernus going to chase him, but there's no way he's going to be able to find it. I think that was actually just the voice line of the character. I always think people are taunting when they're not. But the last taunt, I've been sure that they were taunts. That one wasn't a taunt. I'm calling it, right? It could have been. I don't know. Yeah, no sprint here for Donnie, and I think recognizing that he already has the 2 for the anti-slow and the just the movement speed in general, maybe the sprint's not necessary. Yeah. He does go to for the Titan's Bane, and that's going to help him out so much, just augmenting his autos so much and making his Fatalis really count. Yeah, voice line. Oh, yeah, low health line. That makes sense. And Pernus forced to use these ultimates defensively every single time. Just hasn't been able to get anything going. Jesus Christ. Donnie's just laying waste. Though you do have to consider that between this and the last matchup, Afro should have a much better time than Isis should here. So that's another, you know, big credit that that this matchup has over the last one that Pernus was able to take against the Thanatos. This one, he has the silence to take her out of her Wind Gust. Oof. So much damage coming out to Donnie here, but he's fine. Takes over half of the Titan. The silence for the Wind Gust is pretty much like, you know, all that's needed, along with the burst and the lockdown that he's got on her. That's just so much for her to deal with. And when you pair it with auto attack, it's just, you know, it's not as if her ultimate can just save her from all of that. He can keep the assault on and then, you know, turn it around, walk away once she pops that ultimate, and then come right back at her. That's why that auto attack works so nicely with him as well, because of his 2 allows him to keep up with the enemy so easily. He does opt into a chin size here, given that Pernus has the Warlocks. You know, very calculated builds here. What's up, Deathly? How you doing? Since I've been under so much more stress since I moved, I've had like chronic bitch face, and I hate it. It sucks. Like whenever something good happens, I always get like so stressed at the same time. It's something, you know, I'll get over soon, hopefully soon. I really like the Sunder here from Donnie. Just such a great item in general. If there's nothing you need to pick up, then Sunder is, you know, always a fantastic option. He doesn't feel threatened at all by Pernus right now, so he doesn't need beads. No amount of setup potential is going to be enough to really kill him right now. Yeah, Pernus goes straight into that Divine Ruin again. As you can see, very similar build to last time, and he's rounding it out with the Wing Blade. So as much as these builds seem like madness, they are, you know, things that he has practiced quite a bit and things that he, you know, really feels work. I just still don't see how the defense, how the no defense works out in his favor. As you see, Donnie completely lay waste to him there. 7-0. Fantastic showing from Donnie. Nearly everything was hit on the mark. Really amazing control throughout that match. So that's 1-0 Donnie Ray.